Good morning again. Today we are also looking at multiplying fractions. Now, you probably remember how to do this, but just in case you don't, here's a quick reminder. So first of all, we're going to look at two nice and simple fractions. Now, fractions are amazing, and the best thing about fractions is multiplying them because it's so simple. Look at this. All I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the top numbers, the numerators, and I'm going to times them together. 2 times 1 gives me 2 on the top. And then I'm going to look at my bottom numbers, and I'm going to times those together. 3 times 7 gives me 21. I look at my fraction, I think, is there any number that fits into both 2 and 21? Nope, I don't think so. So therefore, I don't need to reduce. I leave it just at that. How nice and simple is that? Look at the next one though for a minute. Do those look like nice numbers? We have 4 and 5, which are good, but then we have to times them by 15 and 24? Oh, I do not like the look of that. So now we can do a little special trick I like to call cross-reducing. So what I do is I look at the number 4 and I look at the number 24 because they are opposites of each other. They're like the pattern in my X here. And what I do is I write them over here as their own little fraction. So here we have our 4 24ths. And then I think, what fits into both 4 and 24? They're both divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 gives me 1. 24 divided by 4 gives me 6. So my 4 became a 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross out my 4 and change it to a 1. And my 24 became a 6. So I'm going to cross out my 24 and write a 6. There we go. Now I've cross-reduced. But I can also do the same thing with the other two numbers. I'm going to look at the 5 and the 15 now. So over here again, I write that as a fraction. So let's do that up here. So I have 15 on the top, 5 on the bottom. Well, weird because we have a big number on the top and a small number on the bottom. But don't worry, that doesn't matter. All we need to do is reduce. So what fits into both 5 and 15? I know, a 5. So I'm going to divide both of those by 5. 15 divided by 5 gives me 3. 5 divided by 5 gives me 1. There we go. So if the 15 became a 3, I'm going to cross out the 15 and I'm going to write a 3. If the 5 became a 1, I'm going to cross out the 5 and write a 1. Now look how much smaller those numbers are. 1, 3, 1, 6. I like those numbers a lot. So now all we do is we multiply them. 1 times 3 gives me 3. 1 times 6 gives me 6. And then I look one more time to see if I can reduce anything even further. 3 and 6. I think 3 fits into both of those. So there we go. I'm going to divide it even farther. Now I get 1/2. So always make sure you check and see if your fraction can reduce farther. Okay, let's look at this last one now. We have 1/8 times 16/17. Whoa. We have some pretty big numbers here. We better see if we can cross-reduce. So I'm going to look at the 1 and the 17. Does anything fit into both 1 and 17? I don't know. I don't think anything cross-reduces there. So I think I might just have to leave it. Let's look at the other side, though. We have an 8 and we have a 16. So I'm going to write that as a fraction. Weird. Top number's bigger, but once again, it doesn't matter. We're just going to reduce. So 16 and 8 both can fit 8 inside of them. So 16 divided by 8 gives me 2. 8 divided by 8 gives me 1. The 8 became a 1. The 16 became a 2. And because these ones don't do anything, I'm just going to multiply these new numbers with the numbers there that we can't really change. So 1 times 2 gives me 2. 1 times 17 gives me 17. I look to see if I can reduce. I don't think it does reduce. There we go. We have our final answer again. Well done, grade 4s. If you could follow along, please try those out for yourself at home. I am sure you will have lots and lots of success. Goodbye for now.